a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Adel Taarabt. Adel Taarabt is a Moroccan professional footballer who plays as an attacking midfielder or as a winger for Italian club Genoa, on loan from Portuguese club Benfica, and the Morocco national team. Taarabt began his playing career in France at Lens before moving to English Premier League club Tottenham Hotspur in 2007. Taarabt then moved to Queen's Park Rangers on loan in July 2009. He was signed permanently in August 2010 and quickly established himself at Loftus Road. QPR were relegated in 2013, and in the ensuing summer, Taarabt moved to Fulham on loan. After another loan to Milan, Taarabt eventually signed a long-term deal with Portuguese club Benfica. Taarabt made his Morocco debut in February 2009, and scored his first international goal the following month. He represented the country at the 2012 Africa Cup of Nations. Early career. Taarabt was born in Fez, Morocco. At a young age, his family moved to a small town called Berlatang, Bouches-du-Rhône, France. He began his career at Lens in 2004, and played 14 matches for RC Lens B in the Championnat de France Amateur. He made one first-team appearance for Lens during the 2006-07 season. Tottenham Hotspur. Taarabt signed for Tottenham Hotspur on a long-term loan on the 2nd of January 2007 after the club offered to integrate him quickly into the first team, to offer him maximum playing time. Within 2 months, he made his first senior appearance in a Spurs shirt, entering as an 87th-minute substitute for Pascal Chimbonda against local rivals West Ham United in a 4-3 away victory on the 4th of March. On the 7th of April, he made the only other appearance of his loan, in a 1-0 defeat at another local rival, Chelsea. He replaced Teemu Tainio after 64 minutes. Tottenham signed Taarabt permanently on the 8th of June. He scored his first goal for Spurs in a pre-season friendly against Stevenage Borough on the 7th of July. He made his first of 6 appearances in the 2007-08 season against Derby County in the 4-0 win on the 18th of August, entering the 71st minute for Wayne Routledge. At the beginning of the 2008-09 season, Taarabt was among a group of players not given a squad number by then-manager Juan Ramos, and also banned from the first-team training ground. He was given his old number when Harry Redknapp took over team management, but his only Premier League appearance that season came in a goalless North London derby on the 8th of February 2009, playing 3 minutes in place of Aaron Lennon. Queen's Park Rangers. On the 13th of March 2009, Taarabt joined Championship club Queen's Park Rangers on loan until the end of the 2008-09 season. He scored his first goal for QPR in a 2-1 win over Bristol City. His loan spell was cut short after he suffered a knee injury which required surgery. On the 23rd of July 2009, Taarabt rejoined QPR on a season-long loan for the 2009-10 season. On the 1st of October, Taarabt scored a wonder strike in a match against Preston North End. He collected the ball on his chest inside the QPR half, dribbled 20 yards past 3 players, and curled in a shot from 25 yards. This led Jim Magilton to label Taarabt as a genius, and the goal is seen as one of the Championship's finest. Tottenham confirmed in October 2009 that Taarabt could stay at QPR for the season providing that a Premier League club did not make a bid for him in the January transfer window. QPR were unable to make the transfer permanent, because they could not afford the £4.5 million valuation placed on Taarabt by Spurs. In March 2010, Taarabt was quoted in an interview as being sorry he had signed for Tottenham, saying, "The big mistake was to sign for Tottenham and not go to another club when I first came over." He stated he wished he had signed for Arsenal instead, but had opted for Spurs after Damien Comolli moved from being a scout at Arsenal to director of football at Spurs. He said he felt he would have been given more chances to play at Arsenal, and was advised at the time not to sign for Spurs by his friends Armand Traoré and Abu Dhabi, who played for Arsenal. Taarabt went on to state his intention to sign for one of the top clubs in Spain. "I hope to be playing for one of the top 4 in Spain next season: Real Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia or Sevilla. I have contact with good teams and I know that they want me. Now I just have to hope they can agree a deal with Tottenham." On the 5th of August 2010, QPR signed Taarabt to a permanent deal for an undisclosed fee. The Moroccan agreed a 3-year deal with the Central London club. In January 2011, Taarabt was interviewed by the Evening Standard, in which he said, "The man who took me to Tottenham was Damien Comolli. He was at Arsenal then. But, when I was going to go to Arsenal, he moved to Tottenham. He told me, come to Tottenham. We want to do like they do at Arsenal and take the best young players in the world. You're going to have a better chance there." I believed him. This was a mistake and I regret it. Tottenham tried to do it like Arsenal. But it's a different culture. I would have had a better chance at Arsenal. I would progress with Arsene Wenger. He is a legend in France. One of the best managers in the world. 2010-11 season. Taarabt was to make his debut as a full QPR player, as the club signed the Moroccan for a reported £1 million. The contract stipulated that Tottenham would receive 40% of any future transfer profit, in addition to the payments already made. His move was proved to be one of the bargains of the season, as Taarabt scored 19 goals in 44 league appearances that season for the West London club. With his unpredictable skill and reputation for never giving the opposition defence an easy 90 minutes, Taarabt went on to win the Championship Player of the Year award and gained a place in the Championship's Best 11, which also featured teammate Paddy Kenny. In March 2011, Taarabt missed 2 matches when he returned to France for family matters, as one of his cousins had tragically been killed by Algerians. In the international Morocco-Algeria match, Taarabt picked up a booking and was lucky not to be sent off. In the return fixture, Morocco manager Eric Gerrez opted to drop Taarabt to the substitutes bench. Taarabt decided to not turn up to the international fixture and vowed to never play for his country again. However, several months later, Taarabt wanted to play for Morocco again, which Gerrez reluctantly allowed, but said that if Taarabt acted irrationally again, he would not play for his country while he was in charge. Some notable moments during the season were against Cardiff City, where Taarabt picked up a brace, scoring a wonder goal in the process. During the home match against the same opposition, Taarabt scored the winner, which took QPR back to the top of the championship. 2011-12 season. The 2011-12 season marked Taarabt's first real foray into the Premier League. For although having been featured in English football's highest tier as a Tottenham player, he had never made a breakthrough into the Spurs' starting 11. The start of the season held much optimism for both QPR and Taarabt, yet this soon gave way to speculation that he would move away, and his name was associated with the likes of Paris Saint-Germain and Napoli. This was coupled with the arrival of Joey Barton in the August transfer window, who was immediately installed as captain at the expense of Taarabt. These factors had the unfortunate effect of unsettling Taarabt, and he was unable to recreate his form from the previous season. By early November, he had taken over 20 shots yet scored 0 goals. Prior to this, he had often let his temper get the better of him. During the 6-0 loss away to Fulham on the 2nd of October, he was substituted at half-time, which apparently led to an argument with manager Neil Warnock. This attitude provoked criticism from his teammates, with Joey Barton being particularly vocal. Taarabt was again substituted at half-time for a poor showing in the 3-1 defeat at Tottenham and was subsequently omitted from the side for the matches against Manchester City and Stoke City. During this period, continued speculation linked him with PSG, and Warnock even admitted he would gladly accept an offer for Taarabt if the right one came along. Taarabt went on international duty and also had some minor injuries, which also saw him left out of the side at this stage. Warnock was highly critical of the players' agents during this period and laid much of the blame for him being unsettled at their feet. He advised him to rethink the advice they had given him, and said, "They won't make him better and I think it is a shame. Adel can always make money, but he is better than that. I will be sad if he ends up going to make some money, because I think he has great ability." Still left out of the side throughout most of November, subsequent injuries to his teammates saw a recall, however, and he was commended for his performance in the 2-0 loss to Manchester United on the 18th of December. He sustained this level of improved performance against Sunderland and Swansea City. On the 31st of March, Taarabt scored the first goal in QPR's victory over Arsenal, and was also voted man of the match. Taarabt followed up his goal against Arsenal by scoring a long-range free kick, the winning goal in a victory over his former club Tottenham on the 21st of April. He was also shown his first red card in English football in the same match for a second bookable offence. 2012-13 season. On the 11th of July 2012, Taarabt signed a new 3-year contract with QPR, keeping him at the club until June 2016. On the 1st of October 2012, he scored his first goal of the season against West Ham United with a dipping long-range shot after dribbling past 2 players. He scored his second goal in 3 matches with an emphatic volley away against West Bromwich Albion on the 6th of October. On the 15th of December, he scored both goals in QPR's first victory of their 2012-13 season, a 2-1 win over West London rivals Fulham, the second with a mazy dribble ending with a finish on the outside of his foot. Manager Harry Redknapp praised Taarabt by stating, "It was one of the all-time great performances I felt." On the 2nd of January 2013, in QPR's second win of the season, a 1-0 away victory over rivals Chelsea, Taarabt was played in an unfamiliar striker position, gaining the Man of the Match award and assisting the only goal, described as Pelé-esque. Fulham, loan. Taarabt joined Premier League side Fulham on a season-long loan on the 7th of August 2013. He made his Fulham debut in an away match against Sunderland, where he played the full 90 minutes. He scored his first goal for the club against Burton Albion in the League Cup on the 27th of August 2013. Milan, loan. On the 30th of January 2014, Taarabt signed for Milan until the end of the season, demonstrating the Rossoneri's renewed ambition on the transfer market. He scored his first goal for Milan 8 minutes into his debut, against Napoli, having tackled the ball in his own half, and dribbling halfway across the pitch to score from outside the box in a 3-1 loss. On the 19th of February, he made his debut in the UEFA Champions League, in the first leg of the round of 16 in a 0-1 loss at the San Siro against Atletico Madrid. Return to Queen's Park Rangers. In the 2014 summer season, Taarabt returned from his loan spells back to QPR, but after starting in the League Cup match against Burton Albion on the 27th of August, only came on as a substitute in the away match against West Ham. Responding to a journalist's question, QPR manager Harry Redknapp stated after his team's home defeat against Liverpool, "Taarabt is not injured. He's not fit. He's not fit to play football, unfortunately. He played in a reserve game the other day and I could have run about more than he did. I can't pick him." Taarabt responded that Redknapp was making excuses because QPR are losing games, adding, "Maybe he expects me to make more tackles. I am not this type of player." Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?